I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this.
Alright guys, let's not sugarcoat this. He's not clever, he's not calculated, he's just blatantly stupid. A punk, a con, a national embarrassment. Robert De Niro doesn't roast Trump with cheap theatrics. He dismantles him with surgical ridicule. Every insult lands like a hammer blow, chipping away at the myth until all that's left is rubble. This isn't comedy for laughs, it's demolition by truth, and it cuts deeper than anger ever could.
I mean, look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron. But he's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote.
Listen up. De Niro then drags Trump's so-called empire into the spotlight. Those glittering towers? Not monuments to success, but hollow shells of ego. The gold-plated facades scream insecurity, not achievement. Trump stamped his name across them in giant letters, but De Niro flips the illusion, showing how fragile the brand really is. These skyscrapers don't symbolize greatness. They stand as oversized billboards for one man's desperate need to be seen.
So angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for.
Here's the deal. When it comes to business genius, De Niro calls Trump's record for what it really is: bankruptcy on repeat. Failed casinos, busted airlines, vodka nobody drank, steaks nobody bought. These aren't trophies, they're warning labels. Trump sells failure as flair, but De Niro sees through it. To him, Trump's resume isn't a badge of honor. It's the prop list of a B-movie hustler, all hype, no substance, destined for the bargain bin.
He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath. He's created some new language as far as describing somebody in his mental condition. It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous.
Now pay attention. De Niro tears into Trump's obsession with fame. Before politics, he was a tabloid punchline, a reality TV clown chasing attention. The leap from game show host to White House wasn't destiny, it was chaos. A casting disaster. Imagine handing Shakespeare to a man who can't string two clever words together. It was doomed to collapse. For De Niro, this wasn't leadership. It was a grotesque performance staged at America's expense.
You think our democracy is at risk in this election?
I think that it is. I always keep saying democracy is great, of course, but democracy people take for granted. It's a word that some people don't even understand. They take it for granted. It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. He is beyond wrong. It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things that he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it's...
Guys, let's cut through it. Trump's vocabulary is a broken record of meaningless superlatives. The biggest, the best, tremendous, blah blah blah. Empty words recycled until they collapse into parody. De Niro doesn't need a dictionary to prove the point. He just shows how a man with global power spoke like a desperate salesman hawking used cars. The repetition doesn't project strength. It exposes weakness like a toddler yelling louder hoping to sound smarter.
Government will perish from the earth. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave.
And here's where it gets brutal: loyalty. Trump demanded it from everyone but returned it to no one. Cabinet members, aides, Even family were discarded like props once their use expired. De Niro mocks the irony. A man who bragged about loyalty inspired only betrayal. And those rallies? Not patriotism but carnivals of ego. Hugging flags and selling hats isn't service, it's marketing. For De Niro, Trump's America wasn't leadership. It was show business without substance.
Use people to make them think, no, you think he's...
No, I don't think so.
Why do you think, I'm curious why you would guess that there's a big group of people in this country who believe that he cares about them?
I am totally dumbfounded, baffled by that. I can't understand it. And it's a thing that we've seen over decades and decades. And he's a what's it, Tammy Faye and the other one.
Yes.
It's the same thing, give us your money, we're going to save you. Yeah, televangelist. It's just the same thing. And it's so obvious. I just don't understand people could buy it. I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. He's deeply, deeply in.
All right, guys, let's be real. Trump can't handle criticism. Every jab becomes an outrage. Every late-night joke, a conspiracy. De Niro exposes the fragility. A man who roars about toughness but melts under ridicule. The obsession with hair, the orange glow, the stiff poses, it's vanity disguised as power. Trump isn't a strongman. He's a caricature who collapses before the punchlines even land. The more he shouts, the easier he is to rattle.
To me, it's more than heartbreaking. It's a really, really serious situation we're in. I don't want to bring people down, but I mean,
No.
It's like,
Yeah, I think they came pre-down.
yeah, well, it's like a pall around, certain things. It's like living in an abusive household. You feel you don't know what's going to happen next, what crazy thing is going to happen next, what's going to make you say, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, because only one angry person gets to say what is real.
Exactly.
What the truth is. Exactly,
and the truth is not from him, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. And he's a...
Now here's the kicker, legacy. Trump dreamed of statues and history books. Instead, he's immortalized in skits, memes, and monologues. De Niro laughs at the irony. His name will last, but only as parody. Every investigation, every failure, every tantrum, blamed on someone else. Trump isn't a fighter, he's an excuse machine. De Niro doesn't crown him with vision or strength. He exposes him as noise, all volume, no clarity. History's verdict? Pure mockery.
It cannot be. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us could imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship.
Guys, here's the ugly truth. Trump didn't chase policies, he chased headlines. Scandal wasn't a setback, it was strategy. He needed chaos like oxygen. De Niro paints the picture. Trump wasn't a titan, not an outsider, not a leader, just a desperate performer clinging to relevance. His so-called toughness. A facade cracked by tantrums and grudges. He didn't guide the ship. He was the storm, spinning without direction, feeding off turbulence like a parasite of power. 1220 to 1400 hours.
He's more than that to me. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system. And I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him. There's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see ever.
What do you say to those who say, I don't like the guy, but I'm going to vote for him? What's your message to them?
I don't understand it. I don't think they understand how dangerous it will be if he ever, God forbid, becomes president. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler. They don't take him serious. He looks like a clown, acts like a clown. Mussolini, same thing. These guys, I don't know why they look like...
And finally, De Niro closes with fire. Trump's legacy won't be written in stone. It'll echo in punchlines, preserved as the tragic comedy of a generation. Every boast, every photo op, every slogan fades into parody. He craved to be feared, but what remains is laughter, merciless, deafening laughter. De Niro doesn't scream, he smirks. Because in the end, Trump's empire of ego collapsed not under scandal or politics, but under the one weapon he could never defeat: ridicule.